Hello, YouTube. Hello, MGTOW. Hello, Red Pill. Hello, everybody. This is Let's Talk Facts 1 for Hidden. Yes, I have Tico's permission. That's how asking permission works. You know, that's typically how it works. Look, we want to start, Yam?
Um, hidden man. There's a reason why I don't come over to the Blaze, and it's just your behavior is really toxic, man. And there's nothing there's nothing that I can do to get through to you. So I have to make this video. Because I normally don't make videos like this, but you can't be reasoned with, and so I had to make a video about you, targeting you, and it's gonna suck. It's gonna be rough, but whoever is watching can learn something from the video, maybe, and it doesn't devolve into chaos. But moving right along, when I first started doing Friday Night Blaze, Hidden was hazing me, and it's funny because people were like, "Hey, lay off," or he was trying to say something about me being gone. And I don't know if people don't know, but I have a full time job. And typically Friday nights I work I work during the night, so I'm not gonna be around for the Blaze typically on Friday nights. So that right there is should be enough to understand, that I can't make it on the Blaze, but somebody wants to be in their feelings and is not able to just deal with the fact that a person can't be on their show for 12 hours. And before I even get into the real meat and potatoes, which I'll talk about later, do things, and I've actually been joking about this behind the scenes because on the last trolling trolls that I did, it was only about 2 hours, and it was right before the Friday Night Blaze. And this dude got up onto on stage on his set,
His
and
soapbox.
his soapbox, yeah, his defending the mentally impaired, which is a great point too, which I'll get to later in the video. And he said how 2 hours of making the same remarks over and over again is highly unnecessary. And so I just think it's funny coming from a guy who has 12-hour live streams. Um,
The majority of it's derp air.
just dead air, and yet he wants to call me unnecessary for doing a stream that needed to happen. Because this if Mega Man's going to hang out around in the manosphere, he needs to deal with his trolls, and we need to be able to all understand the full story and all sides of the story, and afterward we can all just move on. But he wants to say that my 2 hour stream is unnecessary. Dude, you have 9 hours of dead air or you have like 3 hours of dead air in a 6 hour stream.
And be glad I was making those. We were making those jokes, not the ones that I originally was gonna make.
And this other thing about we're not a group. Dude, when I first started going to the Blazes, you were hazing me. You said, "Hey, somebody's got to haze the guy." Now, when would you ever haze somebody in your life or in life in general?
Personally, me, I wouldn't do that because I know how it feels to be hazed. I've been in the military. I've been in the freaking. I've been went to Marine Corps boot camp. Hey, guess what? Hayes got daggone Central. Basically, they play some games with you. That's called hazing. Playing stupid games, making a
My
person
point
do stupid
exactly.
things.
My point exactly. Every time you say you're not a group, you eat your own freaking words because everybody that comes in the stream that doesn't agree with you 100% has got to get hazed or got to get made fun of, or you make up a lie, you perpetuate a lie about them, which I've noticed is some very toxic behavior that you do. And so that right there shows me that you really aren't. You're kind of obfuscating the MGTOW, because you're playing a red pill video in your recent hidden make show. You're playing a red pill video and telling somebody who's anti MGTOW to listen to it, which completely defeats the purpose of it. Just it makes your whole shtick of being a hidden kind of infiltrator to the manosphere um pointless, because you're not because you're trying to I guess you're trying to you're not trying to complicate it, because you would say you're simplifying it, but you're trying to make it very
Absolutely.
unclear. You're absolutely like
You're using
muddying it.
you're using quantum physics for something that needs basic math. Yeah, you just let it all out. Don't hold back, because when I get to talking, you know it's gonna be bad.
Well, the thing is, Hidden already knows how I feel about it because I haven't been showing up to his streams, because it just generally I just don't. It's a trap. Every single stream that he does is a trap. It makes me think
Yeah.
I'm the only. Makes me think that he's like working for Antifa or something.
Yep. No
That's
name,
literally what I
PC
think.
Black guy. Welcome, welcome. All right. For
Um,
me, all right. For
I mean,
me,
he just doesn't like that. He doesn't like there's nothing he doesn't like a lot of the people in the manosphere or what they do, but then he tries to pass it off as he's just throwing pot shots, or he just busting balls or something. But he really has resentment, like, for a lot of the people who like to speak or enjoy the company of other people, and like I said, it's really toxic.
Sifu, this is, yeah, I mean, this is kind of between, like kind of thing, like between me and a few others, like this is about hidden, but I mean, I can, if you still got a Discord, yeah, you got them on Discord, Yam.
Yeah, no. Hidden's more of a red. He's more red pill than he is MGTOW at all at anymore. Like he yeah, I mean, you're always at Money AD's channel, and he's not
Right,
MGTOW. He's in a
right,
relationship. You're always making
right.
fun of Penny Proud. I mean, aside from a few MGTOWs that have made mistakes and that have made it clear that they made a mistake, MGTOWs aren't messing with Penny Proud. So you so
Oh no,
so really really the only people that really have messed with Penny Proud in the past would be like Red Pill Elite and
me.
Money AD and you,
I
which you're
Yeah,
more
I've made that
you're
mistake.
even getting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've made that mistake before. I mean, and that was a mistake, and that was a big mistake. Do I regret it? No. But can I? I mean, you know why? You know why I have no regrets? Even though I'm wrong, I learned something. You know. But speaking, I mean, I'm gonna let you continue. But and before I start going off, you want me to go? Yeah.
Like there's not a whole lot. There's only like a few things that that basically disqualifies me from even thinking that I need to talk to you for any reason at all. And the thing that you had with Mysteriously Kind these past couple streams, you're grooming him. I just want to let you know that you're straight up grooming him, and everyone can see it. I hope. If they can't, then I don't know what to tell half the people in the manager then, because we have a serious grooming problem with the younger younger generation coming into the manosphere, and it needs to stop. And this person is one of the main culprits of it. Um, he does. I don't even think he know. He may not even be. He may not even be aware of it.
He may not
I don't
even
know.
care.
He may not even care. He may be high as a kite when he's doing it, but or he may be faking like he's smoking. I don't know. But I don't like seeing a person who is just expressing themselves being kind of handled in the way that Hiddens tries to handle him, and he tries to set him up, set people up to get torn apart in the stream. And you just have no you said it before, you have no tact, but I would say I will go further. I would just say you have zero self-awareness.
Zero self awareness. I mean, it's exactly what it is. And for my part, is full well, I'm not only a truck driver, I'm a guardsman. And when I'm not in the truck or I'm not at guard, I'm helping people with construction projects. Actually, literally volunteer. If this was if right, it's like if this was like community service, if I had needed community service hours, I'd be having paid in full and then some if I had community service because I volunteer for
Mm-hmm. And then the
it.
pandering, there's a lot of pandering,
Right?
and
A lot of
I question you a lot of times, Hidden, because you do silly things that would make anybody else suspicious, but because you have this, because you put MGTOW in your title, people seem to
they look
trust you.
past it. They look past it.
And they trust you to a fault almost, because they let themselves. Matter of fact, Wind has done this before too. He
Yeah,
came into one of your streams once, and he rattled off like a few things about the manosphere, like did a bullet list, and then he felt like he was so comfortable talking on your stream that he outed himself and said somebody was stalking him, and
I mean,
he didn't need to mention that, but he did anyways.
right.
So it's just people come onto your stream and they literally just they they let it all out, because you're completely hidden. And I don't know if you were really, or if I don't know if you wanted to really adhere to MGTOW, if you would advocate for people doing that. But it's just the level of the level of like equality you see yourself being with everybody is an illusion, man. You're not like everybody else. You can't hang with people like you think that you can, but you pander to them and you get them to stay. I notice everybody that wants to leave your stream, if they don't leave without saying goodbye, they'll never get out of your streams, because your streams are like literally like a wormhole. And I've been trying to like cut it down, cut the videos or the time down to a minimum, but like yours just go on for forever and ever and ever, and really nothing is
It
done
goes in
because
circles. It goes in complete and utter circles. We're literally measuring the radius and the diameter of a freaking sphere with your stuff. We're literally using algebra in your stream. That's in the Friday Night Blaze, and Friday Night Blaze is not meant for algebra. You know, it was actually meant. To be honest with you, it was meant to be a one-time thing. You know, it was meant to be a one-time thing, and it was supposed to be basic, to the point. Roast this person up, light this person on fire, move on. And it's turned into something completely different. You know, it's turned into
basically it's turned into like the the musings of a just a mad person. Like it's just a person who's Every time if he looks at the box and there's people in it, he just starts acting a fool.
Right. Like for me, it's like I literally sit. I mean, to be honest, with you, there's been plenty of times where I've basically sat here in the hidden MGTOW chat, just sit there watching, and
Yeah,
literally,
but I just want to know,
I
like
could
a
be
lot
in.
of people do that. Like you said that the stream was unnecessary, right? And you were saying this because you were basically showing out for your viewers. You had 8 viewers or 9 in the box, which you also bragged about. And I just think it's funny that 7 or 8 out of those 9 were people that were from the live stream that you were talking trash about.
Right.
So you could just miss me with all that bullshit. Honestly, it's not like the fucking soapbox thing. It has to stop. We're not in the freaking 90s anymore. This isn't a Spike Lee movie. Just chill out, smoke that shit, and enjoy having conversations with other people. I think that even though you're like, oh, I'm open for everyone, it's obviously not. It's like that. I'm not showing up. I'm just watching at this point. I'm just gonna watch the Blaze because there's no conversation to be had. All the
Right.
conversations devolve into, oh well, it didn't used to be like that. Oh, when we were living this way and all of it, and it's not the way that like Sifu will do it, where you can actually feel him feel it like he can actually tell a good story.
Right. You can
And I
actually
just I don't get that. I definitely don't get that from half of the stuff like that. And
you can
that's just
feel
me as
what
a young
yeah, you can feel what Sifu's been through, you know? You can
right.
feel what
So
he's
it's
been through.
it's this is being 100% transparent, like uh this is just being 100% transparent, like that. This is how I feel about it, so that Hayden can't make up a perpetuate a lie about me, about how I'm like trying to sew things behind, like push him out behind the scenes or steal his intellectual property or whatever, because that's the
What
only
what
thing he has.
intellectual
He
property?
just
What intellectual
or he
property?
or whatever, just not like that. You're missing my point. It's just
Yeah.
that's the reason why I'm doing the stream, is because if I don't, it'll keep being like, oh, I don't have a co-host. They don't confused. They don't know understand. Blah, blah blah blah. And I just want to say that there's people out here in the manosphere that don't show up to talk on your live streams that fully understand everything that you're about. There's no misunderstanding at all. There isn't in any in my mind. So before you go making up stories and stuff, let's just act straight first. Because there's a lot of speculating that I think happens on your channel, and what you think's happening in the world and the governments and stuff, and sometimes you be right, sometimes you know a lot of people come in to the stream especially and correct you, and you take it personally, which I've noticed, which is why, and sometimes you're not able to respond, but most of the times you always respond very emotionally,
And
and
negatively.
no one can really get a word in edgewise over you. Matter of fact, somebody left the stream, literally called me to tell me that they couldn't be on the stream with you anymore because you wouldn't let them talk.
Right. Like I've
And it's
been
something
I
that
mean,
somebody that regularly shows up to your streams.
right. And
So
it's
if
like
you
for
got
me,
if so, think about it. Think about it. If a newcomer comes to one of your streams and you got
and
this person who has been to your streams multiple times and likes some of the people that are in your streams, calling me, telling me that they don't like. I mean, think about it, dude. What could you be wrong about? Could you possibly be having an issue? Communicating and potentially need help with it. Like, I'm just putting it out there. Hold on
right.
one second.
And let me dirty my hands up for a bit. As you know, as everybody in the manosphere knows, that I'm not only a truck driver, I'm a guardsman. there was a time. There's a time like remember this the whole freaking February up to toward the middle of March where I could not where I could barely where I could had to be careful on what I uploaded. That was the time when I was literally on orders to not say very politically oriented things. And Hidden, your channel is so politically oriented that if I were to ever show my voice in that channel, I would you would have wound me in an interrogation room, you know, in a holding
Yeah,
interrogation.
your channel is very polarizing. I really don't see that many mild opinions on your stream. There's only really just stuff that people come on your stream who like to talk. They endorse and co-sign on the stuff that you say. But in reality, if you the further you zoom out, the more it becomes, the more I understand why Transparency Tube has everybody in the manosphere pegged as anti woke, uh, conservative people,
Yeah.
and
And the thing is,
because
so it's not
because
really.
because 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 I think you spend a lot of time, you know, big upsing conservatives, but I mean it doesn't seem very genuine because really you fall more in the you don't really fall into that category, dude. I hate to say it, but you don't really live up to that.
And the funny thing about it is like you got the nerve, you got the audacity to say stop picking on MAGA man, but but what is it you do behind the scenes, right? We're at least upfront about it. On top of that, you had the nerve to tell somebody who literally goes after giants to not pick on somebody, and you expect me not to do something like this? Please, just please. I'm gonna need you to sit down and smoke a bowl or smoke a joint, whatever it is that you chief on, big fella. That's Baron Yam, like said, heck to me, man. But whatever it is you up here chiefing on, and I'm gonna need you to really think about your actions. I mean, really think about things, because and you know we're doing this on a Thursday well, actually on a Wednesday for a particular reason. Because I know by Friday you're gonna see this, and you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be complaining about me and Yam and whoever's on this panel and is on the stream. And guess what? I don't care. I mean, I've already established that I don't care on your Friday Night Blaze, which is really not your Friday Night Blaze, but because Yam, answer me this: was he ever in the first one?
No.
No, he wasn't in the first one. Was he in the second one?
Yeah, and this whole complaining about you don't have a co-host, I defy you. Like I'm like sound like Hammerhand right now. Like if you could prove to me that Tico had a either no, I'm not even going to go as far as paper. If you could just you could just tell me if he had a verbal contract with you to have me as a permanent fixture on the Friday Night Blazer as a co-host for the Mig Show or anything that you're always really butthurt about so for some weird reason, then I would say I would honor it. I would honestly honor it. But so
Right.
far, I don't see that anywhere in the fossil record of just all these claims and stuff of they because it really sounds like somebody wronged you, man, and I'm here to help. I really honestly am. But at this point, this is all I know how to do in order to help you is to expose you. Which it like I'm not going further than this. I just figure we'll leave it at that. There might be a trolling trolls about this show going forward, but other than that, that's pretty much it. And
Yeah.
you're gonna say I'm getting emotional about it, and I just laid that out for you too. So, uh, you know,
Yeah.
what I mean, what else? What else are you gonna say? Honestly, what else can you say about about the Friday Night Blaze? And that's the thing. I don't have a problem with anybody else on the Blaze. This is not
Right.
like just shitting on the Friday Night Blaze because we have nothing else better to do. This is just because after a while, especially after this week of stuff that's been happening, it goes along with things that I've noticed about channels that put certain acronyms in their title in order to attract attention and attract views. And that's the sad part. You don't focus on substance or content. You're pretty much a movie channel that's grifting manosphere content, and that's why everyone thinks that. That's why everyone's very suspicious of your the goings on because we don't want to be on a movie channel. We're not, we like movies or hobby, or maybe a hobbyist movie collector type people, but you know, it's not. Imagine, so you're a freaking movie channel, right? So Hollywood and movies and whatever is mainstream. Imagine if a movie channel asked somebody to come on and talk about MGTOW. That would be an obvious hook. That would be an obvious trap. But for
Right.
you, oh, it's not because I hide my identity from you. I'm really good at using computer and software. I know enough about cultural associations to basically you know clown or make fun of or slander people. It's totally harmless, guys. Just come on, and
Right.
I won't actually let you talk. I will make your points for you. it,
Pretty
it
much.
just it just like let me know if I'm speaking out of line here, but like you're shocked, but you shouldn't be. You really shouldn't be surprised. Is all I'm trying to say. So
You should have saw this
if that's
coming.
why, like I said, if it's something that you're not aware of, which I highly doubt, because just like with Mega Man, like these people actually very much they plan this stuff, and it's not something that you can relinquish responsibility from somebody for. Like if I woke a bear up that was sleeping and it got mad and it mauled me, I'm not gonna be like, ah, I mean, I don't understand why this bear
Attack
freaking
you.
attacked me. Like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. Like, oh
But
God.
in reality, when you wake up a sleeping person, it's almost as bad. It's some cases it's almost as bad. You know.
Right. So when you're talking crap about people, just remember that you have to when you point a finger,
Three
three
more
fingers
points.
point back.
Right.
I would just do my best to listen to the things that you said and make sure your facts line up because people only listen. That's all we do. We can't see you. We can't talk with you, interact. Like we just listen to what you say, and most of the time, when
It's
you're not
bullshit.
when you're not cold sober and your emotions aren't getting the best of you, it's pretty hard to interpret what you're
Right.
saying. It's a lot of it is unintelligible. A lot of it is very like I said, it muddles the ideas that you're kind of bringing together on your channel. And I think that your channel is growing because a lot of people are become interested in it.
Right.
um whereas hit it or Hammerhand's channel grows because of word of mouth, people spreading the word, people talking with each other and sharing and being positive. But I don't necessarily see a lot of positivity with your channel. Like yeah, Sifu, you give Sifu big ups when he's in the live stream and whatnot, because of what he's going through. But Sifu is like a very easy. You could tell a lot of people have been trying to use Sifu to like get a
Clout.
little bit of extra clout, and then it's funny because it doesn't work out because then they don't end up like there's somebody tried to go visit Sifu and it didn't end up working out, so they missed out on that little clout that they could have gotten. It's just funny, like I think people are trying to abuse or take advantage of people who are in a bad position, which claims. I mean, I guess I mean Hit is not in a bad position because money's way better now that he went quote went MGTOW. And it's just like it's just strange because like you like it's just very confusing. I have a lot of questions, man. But like I said, they can't get a word in edgewise.
Right. And
Not
it's
my
like,
words, not my words, man, not my words. That is a quote.
right. And for
Um,
me, yeah, yeah. I'll I'll go next. Like for me, it's like I'm sick of being talked over. You know, I mean, like I said, it's basically your this disease of talking over people, like having people talk over you, has spread because mean in a way because of you. You know, like literally, I literally get I literally like the Friday night blaze before I went on a 2 week on my before I walked off the blaze. I literally had to scream. You know, I literally had to get pissed and scream to get a word out of edgewise because you were talking about something that I had an idea. You won't let anybody who has an idea of the subject you're talking about open their mouths. You literally tell them to sit down, shove your foot up in your mouth. And I'm not that type of person.
yeah, you literally said on the one Mega Man stream that you did, what was an effigy for Mag, or it was like in honor of Mega Man because Mega Man couldn't make an appearance because he was hiding, and just like you just like to, that if you can bring the attention off yourself and the fact you're hiding, then it doesn't matter what you're defending, it doesn't matter what it is because, there can be no conversation about it. Is it for a person who's against censorship, you do a pretty good effing job of effing, you
Being a
know,
censor.
being a group, just having a group mental, or you know, manipulating like group dynamics and stuff. You like there's all this dead air. Then when somebody gets in the stream, you won't let them talk. So
I mean, I
like,
call it. You call it dead air. I
no,
call it derp airlines. Which reminds me, I've
I
got an
don't. I'm not
uncut video.
calling it dirt bear. I'm just calling it dirt bear because, or dead. It's not dirt bear. I was calling it dead air because because it's not necessary. It's not like completely dead. Hayden does talk, but a lot of what Hayden talks about is just he's messing stuff up in the stream.
Right. And
He's
he's basically doing he's just only thing he has, he decided to now incorporate memes, which basically the Friday Night Blaze has turned into a meme because of
yeah.
him.
It's just funny because he's describing how memes were invented such a long time ago, or whatever. And I still think he messes up the history, like the history mark because he says that they're made in the work in the office or something.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, and then yeah, and then he decides
It
to
was called propaganda. There's a difference between a meme and propaganda. I mean, a
yeah,
propaganda is basically to
and
change the
by
mindset of the
the
people.
exactly
Meme is token
by the
humor.
end of it, by the end of that tirade that he was on, like no one really knew what the heck the conversation was about. Like
Right.
I think it was going to be a good conversation, and then after the how memes were made in the fuck tunes or something, and there's a 17-year-old kid on the stream too, just chilling, cool
Right.
kid. But I mean, like every word that
Come on.
comes out of a guy's mouth is just fuck this, fuck that, and
Right.
it's fine, it's fine. He wants to be the new like Adult Swim, Howard Stern whispering to the microphone, ASMR head ass. But it's cool. You want to do what you want to do what you do. You do what you got to do. I mean, get it being monetized, it probably is not going to happen. But I mean,
I know it
the
ain't
way
gonna
that you've been going, the way that people kind of like just blindly follow you, you could probably get some donations and stuff
You
and
could
be
probably lead
become
them off a cliff, and they'd happily and they'd skydive until the sudden stop.
well.
You could literally skydive. You could literally lead them off a cliff, and they'd follow you, and literally and until the sudden stop, you know. And the thing is, we don't want blind followers. I want people that are going to question me, you know.
Well, I don't mind somebody being like an intolerable ass, but then there's just like you have to be that through and through. You can't just be an intolerable ass and then when somebody comes in the stream that's new, you just like are all butterflies and rainbows, lollipops that makes it everything. It's just like it's so
Tiptoe tulips by the window. Yeah, that
I
stuff.
don't know. I don't know if no faced is worse than two faced, but there's some real issues with just that I have. So that's why I had to come on the stream and let it be known
Oh,
because people need to know. People need to know
oh,
this.
and also, I asked Tico permission. He said yes for this for borrowing. Let's talk facts.
And that's
And
another thing too. You let people like Tico and me and Wind you let us basically dictate how you feel on a regular or what you say. So if Tico's in the stream, you start trying to say stuff so that he can like agree with it. But if he's not on the stream, you're like, oh, I wish I had a co-host. Oh, I'm so sad, and it's like like I mess everything up. I just wish I had somebody here to help me. And then when he gets there, then you're all like, oh yeah, now I'm hot shit. Now I can say fuck you, Susan, and stuff. Like it's just you're it's like the kid or it's like the Dusang was telling me it's like the younger brother that hides behind mom and then is just like to the older brother like ah screw you ha 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 I can do it say whatever I want because I'm behind mom
right,
and it's yeah it's just it's like it's really pitiful behavior I guess you know, if I guess I'm guilty of it too, because sometimes I say, but I'd say that stuff regardless of who's there. So it's just
right.
like I just think it's funny.
And
Um,
yeah, the funny
yeah,
thing about it, I got a prediction on how on how this Friday night blaze is. He's gonna say, "So, Wind, Yam, you want to sit here and talk shit? Come on the blaze, come on the blaze." And then when we show up, he's gonna be it's gonna be all it's all peach king. But I want you to remember this: if you think the last troll and trolls was unnecessary, you're gonna really think this one's unnecessary. That's a doggone sure.
yeah, you're not gonna laugh one bit, and that's the problem I realize with a lot of these people. They can't laugh.
Right,
Like I remember like one of Magaman's laughs when he was shaved his head and came in with bullets. It was like a crazy laughter. Like there's no like little chuckle from these people. It's either sadistic or somewhat creepy. Like Billy the Goat was talking about his daughter on the stream, and because he has to raise his because he's raising his daughter to be good. Like and Hidden's over here like snickering and stuff when he starts talking about like puberty and stuff. I'm like, dude, why did I let you into this stream?
right.
I literally regret letting you into the stream a lot of the time, dude. And I'm sure you're like, oh, every time I let Yam in, he says something about MGTOW and I get really offended. And
Well,
that's like every news station and news organization ever. They bait you into explaining something, having nuance, and they take your words and they say, okay, you're just so basically you just are you know so basically what you're saying is this, and that's what you do. You know that's like all you do is you sum up, you take a big puff, you look at all the news, you look at everything, you research everything, and then you say like, so what it's basically saying is this. And half the time it's wrong, half the time it's right, half the time it's wrong.
and the thing that
And
gets me, yeah, and the thing that gets me, last time I checked, MGTOW was about self improvement. How in the blue fornicates the seven rings of hell, or is it nine? I'm not very good on biblical text,
nine,
but
seven sins, nine rings.
okay, nine rings. How in the nine rings of hell are you improving yourself?
Well, I mean,
By
you can't ask him that, dude. Well, how dare you? How dare you ask him that? What are you trying to dox him? Like, what are you trying to get personal information out of him? I mean, come on, like
And
what?
that's
Like
exact and
who
that's
asks
exactly what
who
to
asks
expect. And
that?
that's exactly what to expect from him and his followers. That's exactly what to expect from him. You can't question him. You can't question him because he's going to say this. Are you trying to dox me? I'm not trying to dox you. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
and
ask how
then
you're
meanwhile
improving your life.
he's like, oh, we should dox Yam and get Yam fired from his job. Oh, he doesn't know how to lift properly. He doesn't know how to do. He doesn't know how to manage. He doesn't know how to do anything right unless unless I'm there telling him and showing him and whispering in his ear, and I'm just getting nice and close
Wow.
next to him so that he can hear me. It's like, okay, I called you for help once because I was worried about my private or my like my information or my private information on my channel, and now it's become every episode is like, we got to show Yam how to do everything right. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, it's like, and I know I'm trying to take myself out of it because I probably could learn something from you. But the problem is the amount that I have to go through in order to do it. No young person should have to do that, waste their time like that. It's basically, and you came in, you put all this gifts and stuff in the StreamYard, great. I mean,
Thank you.
it's like a girl coming here and leaving her toothbrush, leaving her mascara, her shampoo, conditioner, all of her fancy, her hair tie, her scrunchie and stuff, and like just like nesting. That's all I really get. That's all I really get is like out of the deal.
Why are you
And
nesting?
it's kind of like I showed you my receipts, now you show me yours. It's like, well, what do I get out of the deal by
Right.
doing this? Oh, you get to hang out with me.
Oh wow, that's great. That seems that's wonderful. That's beautiful. No, that's no.
And
That's not
it's like,
happening.
yeah, it's like I don't know why you go after MGTOWs to come and gang up on this horse shit with you when you could go over to the red pills and they would do it and they wouldn't even ask questions, dude. Like you literally go over here and you troll MGTOWs and ask them to come and join in your troll stuff with all your trolls and all, look at this gang of trolls, aren't they horrible? And then
Yeah.
you expect us to join in, but you never once go to Mr. Elite and said, let's do a video about Penny Proud. You never went to, Freaky Jersey Tales and was like, yo, let's go in on some, like, let's just talk random crap about our
Crap.
relationships and stuff, like our past relationships and stuff. That
Yeah.
MGTOWs don't do that, dude. I don't know, like you watched that Hammerhand video, he was kind of, he's MGTOW, so he's not gonna be joking with Red Mr. Elite about a linebacker or anything like that because there's a difference, And you say all the toxic stuff is red pill, but meanwhile you're saying that you're MGTOW and you're doing all the toxic stuff. Like I said, confusing the water, stirring the pot. Nobody
It's still
knows
not
what's really going on. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows anything. Oh, who knows what MGTOW is? Not you. Only this guy that no one knows.
right.
It's like you wear the Zorro mask, and you look like a Hamburglar werewolf with your avatar, and you really just piss a lot of people off. I'm just gonna let you know that. That's why you have so many subscribers, because you just piss a lot of people off.
Right. I mean,
And it's
and you piss a lot of people off with no substance whatsoever. So
it's not just MGTOWs, dude. You're just That's why I'm making this video. There's a chance. You have a chance to not piss off the most dangerous people in the manosphere, or the most not giving a fuckest people in the manosphere. Because so far, only people you really pissed off is media people, marketing people, movie people, music people, except Tom McDonald. Although I actually want to ask Tom McDonald if he can make an exception and be like, yeah, not on Hidden Show and copyright strike it. Because honestly, that those are the people that you piss off. But I feel like, if the cat actually got let out of the bag and people were to figure out, some of the bullshit, a lot of the actually people in the manosphere would start to turn coat on you. And like they are some of the most loyal people, but I think even their loyalty has limits, you know. And yeah, I'm excited. Looks like this is gonna be fun. But there wasn't anything else really I had to say about it. So
Yeah, but the thing is, it's
That's
like,
it. That's it. Just show up better. Just show up and actually take the time to think about the things that you are saying, especially to underage people. Because the young like the younger your audience gets, the more responsibility you'll have to actually end up taking and stuff, and you won't be able to get away with any of this horse shit. So just be glad that there was only like an hour long video that was made about you, and I guess shrug your shoulders, go on in life, like Trisham says.
right?
That's
And the
really all
thing
you
is,
can
like,
do.
yeah,
You held on to the
people,
blaze for a very you held on to the blaze for way longer than it was supposed to. Just now coming out with dropping the MIG show again. So I mean, it's like it really is up to you what you want to do. I
I
I
mean,
didn't have a gun to your head. I didn't have a gun to your head to make you do all this stuff to like make a fool out of yourself by not having a co-host on the Blaze and stuff or whatever. But you'd have me think it's my fault, obviously. But I mean, it's like it's what it is, man. If I were to confront you about it, you'd be like, "No, I don't care. It's not a big deal."
for me,
But
it's like,
in
I don't
reality,
care.
yeah, it does bother you. It does bother you to not have like people on the stream. And for once, I would just implore you to think critically about why that is. Maybe not make up false stories. Maybe just and maybe not. You don't even maybe need to ask or initiate a conversation with anyone because you have a way of not letting them speak. So I would just do this as like a personal exercise. Like get a piece of paper, like write down why why does nobody want to talk to me on the Blaze?
I
And
felt
I mean, what it
and
is,
yeah, I got the text and the message during work, so yeah, I'm gonna be here for another good 7 or 8 hours.
we, we
Peace,
ain't,
gentlemen.
we ain't, we ain't gonna be here for 7 or 8 hours.
7 or 8. No, I mean
And the
that
thing,
would be. I mean, no, why not? I mean, we've only gone 2 hours. That seems pretty unnecessary. That seems pretty
right? I mean,
unnecessary. We should,
40,
we should go
47
12.
minutes,
We should go 12.
47 minutes. But it's like, for me, I mean, I'm not gonna hold these people. Pretty much, the Blaze is pretty much now at this point is a hostage negotiation.
Yeah, like everybody, because Win would try to come on. I know I said I was done, but I always say I'm done. I'm never done. All right, so just deal with it. Like when I've been on there, and then Win saw me on there, he went on there just to talk, so I would leave because you can't like if somebody starts a conversation with you, there you cannot leave. Like it's like I don't even know. It's worse than a Minnesota goodbye. It's like I don't know. Maybe that's the thing in Canada that people do is they just don't talk
For
or
me,
they don't like end the conversation. Maybe I'm need to check my privilege or something, my American privilege. I just
but
don't
for
get
me,
it,
like,
dude. I don't get you,
I
dude.
got, I know his digital avatars are good, but the thing is like his attitude, his basically demeanor on his live streams are trash. You know, it's what it is. It's like
He's
we've been
he's
dealing
but
with
he
hidden.
fluctuates. Usually he's up, he's right way up, or he's just down the dumps.
The thing is, we've sat with hidden for on a Friday night blaze for a long time. You
It's
know,
been almost a year. It's been almost a
almost a
year.
year.
Little over, maybe a little over a year.
And the time I went on the Friday night blaze twice. I went on there twice. Once because he was talking trash and basically was talking trash on the live stream, saying it was highly unnecessary. I don't know. It may be highly unnecessary. What I do, I mean, I should have said what I do next is going to be highly unnecessary. You know, that's what I should have said. What I do next is going to be highly unnecessary. Give them a fair warning. Let me tell you something. You don't. There are certain people that you don't tell what to do.
Well, it's
I'm
just
one
it's
of
a
them.
matter of maturity, right? So when you tell an immature person not to do something, they'll like from an authority in like an authoritative way. they're they're gonna obey you because they're afraid of the consequences. I mean, I'm not trying to say the hidden is not capable of doing something, but when a person who's been through a shit gets told not to do something like that without any sort of threat, without any sort of like authority or force
Approval,
behind it,
right?
they're gonna push the envelope and they're gonna do whatever they did harder than what they did or than
And
like
then
how
you're
they
gonna
said
get
it
caught in the
before.
crossfire. And then you're gonna get caught in the crossfire. Exactly what it is.
Right.
You know, like the last the videos that I made, freaking Derp Air. Yeah, that's a little bit about you, buddy. That's a little bit about you, big fella. You know, you are aware that Derp Air is kind of about you. Sorry,
Well, I
excuse
mean,
me.
it's just like you said. You said that there's a social and a non-social part of the manosphere,
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, that's something I noticed too. And for some reason, the the red pill part of the black manosphere, the part that like I joke about a lot, they have women on the channel, and it makes for they're able to have long conversations with everyone speaking continuously because they kind of have some women there to regulate people who kind of suck out all the air, and they have a lot of men who are able to regulate that. But in a place where it's broken battered men, especially broken battered men from relationships where the woman like might have got over on
chastity.
them, especially if a woman can get over you on you, you're probably not the best at picking up social cues and stuff. And not to your not to your detriment, but I'm just saying in a situation like this, most guys aren't going to understand what's going on. So everybody that you claim that you're fighting for by letting on your program, you're pretty much walking into a big ass trap. And actually, Mega Man was right about what he said with a lot of the stuff when he was accusing people of when he was trying to cover his own ass. He learned all that stuff by talking in the I don't know if you're talking in the Discord, but in the Friday Night Blaze. Like a lot of people have aired their dirty laundry out in the Friday Night Blaze. Yeah, MGTOW. MGTOW.
And the funny thing about it is like he learned how to trap people thanks to you. You know, instead of using it to trap people, men who don't deserve it, trap somebody who does. You know, that's the thing.
Yeah, a lot of these men don't deserve to be trapped and stuff or
They've already been
instigated. They
trapped.
don't. Yeah, like a lot of people are bringing their trolls over to your channel too. It's like
Right.
no one like Mr. Weber or True Sherm or any of the people that you welcome with open arms to a trap that is a trap. So I mean, if something's a trap, you're not going to invite your friends to come to it unless they know that it's a trap.
Right. And
And we got to do better. Come on, man, we got to do better. We have to do
that's
better.
why we left. That's why we didn't. We chose to keep. We did our best to keep Dan King and Slipper and Wet out of Friday Night Blaze because it's a trap. We don't want them to be in a trap. We at least want them to speak. We want them to speak their piece. We want them to speak their piece. Then it's like if it's BS, we'll put them in the Friday Night Blaze. If it's not BS, they're more than welcome on any of our streams.
And the
And
thing
so
is
far,
that
what
Friday
Dan
Night
King and
Blaze has
Slippery West
become too
did,
many
it's not
on
BS.
Tico's channel. On Tico's channel, he decoupled it. He decoupled the Blaze from his main channel because he has he has a spot for the people that you let onto the Blaze. It's called no walk shit. Why would he have no walk shit if you're gonna let the same people that he would let on no walk shit on the Blaze? It makes no
Right.
sense. So I
And
understand where Tico's head's at, and I get where he's coming from, and I get that I get and it's not I get that he doesn't even have a personal vendetta against you or anything. It's just he knows how to do stuff. He knows how to improve the quality of his channel, and you do not. So he had to
right.
decouple it. He had to decouple it from you because you're still learning the process and you're still trying to figure out what to do and what not to do. And that's his decision that he decided to make. I'm not against it.
I mean, we understand that Hidden's avatars are good, but But the thing is like I don't give a darn. Like, let me break this to you. You know what? You know why I name my channel Win or MGTOW to Win? Because I go wherever I darn well please. And quite frankly, Hidden, if your channel needed wind turbines, guess what? Very seldom am I going to blow through there and it's a gentle breeze. I'm going to blow through there as a tornado or a hurricane, and then breeze on out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I mean, to be honest with you, I got some. I do believe I may have gotten some of your trolls. You know,
Yeah. I mean, it get, make me like Tico has always said it. He said people who claim that they're smart, like they were too smart to put their face on online, or they're too smart to put themselves out, or or reveal anything about themselves or have their real name attached to anything. You kind of have, the more they have to, basically brag about that, the more you have to sort of question. At least that's what Tico says, and he
I
has
already
some sort
know
of
I'm not.
standards. He's like, the more you have to question whether or not they really are smart.
Like
Because
I
if they have
said,
to keep telling you that they're smart, they're probably not. They're probably not
I'm
that smart.
like I said, I already know I'm not smart. You know, I already know I'm not smart. Not like I said, for me, I mean, I'm doing what the best that I can to keep whatever collateral damage that I got that I got coming to me at a reasonable level, or at least stave it off, which is probably going to be more along the lines of staving it off. I came into, I mean, I know I could be touched. I'm just waiting for it. So, Hidden, explain to me, and I'm pretty sure that Avatar closely resembles you in some way, shape, or form. You know, why would you put an avatar that may or may not represent, may or may not be a close representation of you? Hey, Black Wolf MGTOW, this isn't the one yet. This isn't the one yet. Trust me. You'll know. You'll know. But for me, it's like you're pretty much doing the same thing the pickup artists do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm
all that. In
calling
the,
it on.
Hidden acts like he's all that in a bag of chips.
I mean,
Like
what I
like we
mean,
can't
what brought you?
like you can't gas somebody up, like you can't gas somebody up more than Hidden. I mean, everybody in the manager has been
What,
crucified at some point for something that they've done. They made a mistake, or they've just exposed a little bit about themselves, and people kind of leapt onto it. I mean, for some people, it's easier to
what,
do than
what?
others because they
It's, a,
have a
it's so like I said. The thing is
yeah.
like it's only a matter of time
But
before I
but
get
but but
crucified.
but yeah, I mean, you can't. So whether or not somebody random, or some person who's going to try to expose you is going to know your real identity, doesn't really matter. Even if you are anonymous, you're still going to get clowned by people in the manosphere, because that happens to everybody, because it is a group, and when you're in a group, that's what people engage in. And so you try to detach yourself from it. Doesn't look like you really have, since you go over to all these troll streams and stuff and talk to people. Where it's sad to see, because you literally get yourself into troll situations where people are like, oh, so you're a MGTOW, right? So you believe this, or you hate women and stuff, and you shouldn't have to answer those questions, really.
And then the
Like, you really
problem
shouldn't have to
is
get shamed.
these questions are going to come up because you you basically promote them. You promote those questions.
Yeah,
You
and I
know,
mean, stop, like, just on another thing. Stop giving Mysteriously Kind shit, man. Mysteriously Kind, he didn't. He's never done anything to you. He has his opinions, and his opinions are, you may not agree with, but at the end of the day, I pretty much quote him. He said that he doesn't really feel like being in a relationship right now, or being in a, if he did talk about what he would do if he was in one, but he said he didn't want to be in one. I mean, dude, you're already halfway there with Mysteriously. Like, you don't need to just be all. You don't need to all be all on him like a bag of like white on rice. Like, just chill. The dude's trending towards MGTOW anyways as it is. He just the people that are in it in the manager he thinks are toxic, and
Right.
you know the one thing that you could do is just try not to be toxic and try to be
The thing,
try not to
and
make
you know,
like he even he's willing to drop the penny proud stuff, and you
right,
in the stream are literally pushing the
literally pushing
envelope,
for it.
and
You are
even a
promoting it.
17-year-old kid is telling you, hey dude, this is probably not good, you should probably back off, and you don't listen. And that's the thing, that's the reason why most people are get pissed off with you, because you just don't listen to them. Like, you just have a weird listening problem where you're like, nope, shut up, la
Selective
la la la
hearing,
la 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 la, no 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 no. Oh, he said
not even
MGTOW's a
selective
group.
hearing. God,
Oh, no, MGTOW's not a group. We're not a group.
but yeah,
But
but
we
why
gotta
are you
haze.
hazing
We
people?
gotta haze all the young
Why are you
kids.
hazing?
All
If
the young
MGTOW's
people
not a
gotta
group,
get
why are you
hazed.
hazing?
Well, because it's just a philosophy. It's just representing one man. But we got one man getting hazed.
Socrates didn't. So I don't think Socrates hazed his scholars, right?
Yeah, he
You
did.
know,
Yeah, he did.
Diocenes didn't haze his
He
scholars.
tried to, he tried to get Polus fired, I'm pretty sure. He tried to get
Probably.
Callicles. He tried to, he definitely tried to troll Callicles.
Mm.
But like, yeah, it's just so much dumb shit that you can't even fit it into one video. We might have to make another Let's Talk Fast, because this one went a little bit too longer than it need to be.
Right. I mean,
Wind,
the
I'm blaming
hour,
you.
hour, one
I'm
minute. Oh,
blaming
but
you.
guess what? But guess what? It's not dead air. It's not dead air.
No, but then like, if if people are watching this, they're gonna be like, oh, these two emotional guys are just are just complaining and being whiny and blah, 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 blah. Why don't
Oh,
they improve themselves?
oh, I
Yeah,
already. I mean,
yeah.
okay. Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna say this piece, and I'm gonna tell you how I improved myself, and then we're gonna cut the stream off. But for me, I mean, even though that I wasn't MGTOW before then, before the military, I'm MGTOW now. I've improved. I basically bought a vehicle. I'm working on my wardrobe. You know, the wardrobe that I used to wear as a kid. I've improved my financial situation, my credit score, and literally improved the fact that I'm 1 year closer to a retirement. You know,
Hey, that's good, man. That's really good.
and it's like, so. I mean, as soon as I get as soon as I get a certain amount of money, I'll be fine. You know, the thing
Mhm.
is like I've improved my life greatly. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
planning
yeah.
on getting a house. You
I mean,
know,
yeah. I mean, the one thing that what I think would prevent you from being red pill though is hidden is you probably got to be better at managing money. Like, I heard you say something, you won the lottery and you spent it all on like electronics and stuff. I would probably save your money more, because that's gonna
I'd
set
have
you
spent
up.
it. I would have spent the majority of it on bonds in these current times, not stocks, bonds.
I probably would have bought Bitcoin or something. I don't know, man. If I had that,
I'd have bought bonds. You
if
know,
I had that much expendable income, oh my God, I'd probably invested
right?
it all.
But you don't like the. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a truck driving channel, MGTOW channel, and a guardsman. What do I know? I don't know nothing. All right, we're gonna cut this here short at you know before I understand. Like I said, everybody wants to come on, continue on, but we got to cut it short. You know, this isn't a hostage negotiation. You know,
Mm.
got anything to say, Yam? On the closing notes of this first Let's Talk Fact Hidden on surprisingly Wynn's channel.
Nah, but keep
Oh,
it up, man. And I'm gonna try to get some of these, record some of these clips, man, because you be sounding ignorant as hell, but of course no one points it out. So I gotta find the clips, because I gotta sift through 9 hours of BS just to get these clips. But I'm gonna have to do it if you keep messing up. I'm just gonna have to do it. It's gonna suck, but I'm gonna
That's the
do it.
next. That's the next step. You
Yeah.
know.
But
But
we take another for your time, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll plug my channel, Baron Yam. Go check it out. I'm Baron Zeus today. Baron motherfucking Zeus today. But yeah, you guys have fun. Take care. Be safe. Be discerning, gentlemen. And until next time, always be on the lookout for snakes in the grass.
right. This is MGTOW in the win. I could have put myself as Uzagi in the win, but I don't think that would go well. But like I said, as I said before, what do I know? I'm just a truck driver, MGTOW channel, and a freaking guardsman. This is MGTOW in the win. Signing off.